Are you looking for an Arboricultural Method Statement or an AMS as part of your BS5837 submission for your planning permission so that you can obtain your planning permission? Maybe the tree officers specifically asked you for that. Maybe this is at the start of the process, but that's specifically what they've asked you for. Or maybe you've already got some of the things that you need in terms of a tree survey and a tree report, and they've still asked for more information as a result of the Arbor Impact Assessment, the Arboricultural Impact Assessment, the AIA, and the method statement of how you are going to address those specific implications. Either way, we can help you. We can help you with that, whether you're at the start of the process or partway through. We can start with a tree survey and a tree report. This will be informed by the tree constraints plan, which we can produce. We can take the data on site from the tree survey, put it into a CAD package or hand draw it and get a tree constraints plan. This will help inform the Arboricultural Impact Assessment, which will lead to the method statement that we're now addressing, and then on to the final report, Tree Protection Plan. And once you've gained your planning permission, then we will assist you with the ongoing arboricultural supervision so that we can ensure that you get your process to the end with no dramas, keeping the tree officer satisfied all the way along the process and getting your final conditions discharged at the end of that. So what is an arboricultural method statement? Well, this is where we describe how you and us are going to address the implications and impacts of your proposed development on the trees now and in the future, and how we're going to future-proof your building against the effects of the trees now and in the future. This can take a number of different forms. Basically, it will start with how we're going to put the tree protection plan into place in terms of tree protection fencing and on the ground protection measures. This will be shown on the tree protection plan, which we can produce for you, as well as being talked about in the method statement. Once that's been identified, then we'd look at any further conflicts, any incursions into the root protection area, the RPA of the development, or any associated works. So we would then look at where there's any construction within the root protection areas, where this can be done with hand digging only, no dig solutions, and where alternative foundation systems such as slabs and cantilever foundations, as well as pile foundation systems, can be used to minimize the impact of the trees on the development and of the development on the trees. As well as that, we can look at ground protection measures. So if your works or part of the hard standing of a development extend into root protection areas, then there needs to be measures put in place that this can be achieved without digging up those roots, damaging those roots, and causing compaction now and in the future. And this would be addressed with geocells or geogrids. Geocells are 3D constructions that are filled with angular stone to prevent compaction. It spreads the load. A geogrid is a two-dimensional construction or structure that sits on top of the ground and is pegged out and is taut, so that also prevents soil compaction. They're the main ones that we're called in to assess, but there's other effects we have to look at, where the facilities and the storage areas are going to be located on a site, and describe that within a method statement and show that on a tree constraints plan. And occasionally other areas will be flagged up that we've not seen that often or not seen for a while, but we're more than capable of adapting to most situations. There will normally, say normally, it's not always, but normally there will be a way of ensuring that your development can be achieved to the satisfaction of the tree officer and the local council. And that's what we all want. You want to get your development done. The tree officer wants the damage kept to a minimum, or the impact on the trees kept to a minimum. And we're trying to match up those two. And it can be challenging sometimes, but we will usually find a way through that both parties are satisfied with. So if that's something that you're interested in, if that's something you need now, fill in the details below, just below the screen, just below there, and we'll get in touch and see how we can assist you and when you want to take this forward.